Oh, we just talk. Didn't you watch the podcast?
I watched part of it.
Yeah. And what part? We were just like
The first one with
Luke.
Yeah.
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 Luke's a
That's
good guy.
Yeah. Yeah, but I got like 20 minutes in, I think.
So you got past the part where Shane and Luke were talking about bench pressing 225.
No, I missed that part.
That was right at the beginning,
That was
I
the
think.
beginning.
Yeah, so you didn't watch it. Anyways, let's just move on. 'Cause
I did.
you know what I mean? She watched the first 30 seconds.
I was
toned
listening
down
to
with
the stuff about the VA.
Yeah.
So, yeah, just cleaning, listening to you guys.
How old are you?
I am 35.
35?
You're not
Yeah.
supposed to ask that question.
That surprised me.
Yeah.
Well, we just want to
Sometimes
get...
I forget, once you get past 31,
Right.
I think it's just another birthday.
How about sobriety? How long?
I have 7 years.
Really?
Yes,
Good for
I
you.
do. Thank you.
That's awesome.
Thank you. I feel like
Wow.
I need to.
You don't have to. You don't even have to look at him.
No. you
Just
never
answer
do.
his questions.
Yeah, I know. Okay.
It's okay to touch it every now and then,
You can
too.
put it closer to you.
Yeah,
Like,
you can lift it up.
Pull
and-
it. Find it right where you want
lift
it.
There we go.
Yeah.
I'll just stay
Okay.
right here.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, you look good. That's good.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Thank you. All right.
All right. Did you do your countdown yet?
Have we?
We're live.
Chad,
See?
you did your
goodness.
thing or what?
What? Michelangelo, are we live? All right, we're live.
Oh,
We're
okay.
hot. We're on.
Yeah.
All
Okay,
right.
nice.
Yeah. That's our intro.
Yeah.
That's how we do it.
Playing stupid. That's what we did. We just played stupid.
Yeah. all right.
We knew we were on.
I didn't.
No?
My
All right.
first
It's-
time doing this.
It's
All
actually
new.
better when you don't know that
Yeah.
it's live, because then you start to
You
get
just start
comfortable.
talking. Yeah.
Yeah, like I've never done this before. 2 days ago. Like 2 days ago.
So what made you want to start this?
A podcast.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I a lot of things, but my daughter's boyfriend Justin passed away from a fentanyl overdose
Yeah.
6 months ago,
Yeah.
and it kind of pissed me off. I still get sad. I cry. It's horrible.
Yeah.
My daughter's having a rough time. The VA kind of started messing with veterans, as far as I'm concerned, and not helping them get to treatment. So like a whole snowball.
Yeah.
I want it to be a voice, like for people who don't have a voice.
Yeah.
So I decided to build a platform that people can come and we can help be that voice, and help people get into treatment that need it, even if it's not, because the podcast is completely separate from, my companies, but it is sponsored in part by the Infinity Group. I'll throw that plug in right now.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Got to.
But also because of this podcast, we're going to give away 4 scholarships a month at one.
Okay.
Yeah, 4.
I did hear that. on the podcast.
Yeah.
So that's really cool.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, what's the phone number there again?
It's 866-930-HOPE 4673.
Nice. And that's 4 scholarships a month.
Yeah.
And they could find us on
on Instagram. as
Instagram?
well. Yeah.
the Hopeaholics.
Our Instagram handle is the Hopeaholics.
I don't even have an Instagram.
What?
I don't.
Wow.
I should probably get one now, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
I have it on Facebook though. I'm friends on Facebook with Hope by the Sea.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
We have we just created today, right? Is that correct, Michelangelo? Yeah.
Okay.
I like to talk to him.
Yeah, yeah.
It makes me feel important.
He's a good
Like-
behind-the-scenes guy.
Yeah.
I agree. Everyone needs one.
Yeah.
Isn't that right?
Isn't that right, Michelangelo? Plus, that name is like
Yeah,
the
I know
coolest
that's
name ever.
the best name.
It
Yeah.
is. And that's his first name.
Yeah.
Right.
What did you think it was?
Well, everyone kind of thinks it's first and
At
last
first and
together.
last. No.
I was just thinking like Michelangelo the
Turtle.
no.
The turtle.
The-
The
oh.
third? Is it third? No.
I'm
No.
not sure that
Oh, it is the Ninja Turtle.
Ninja Turtles.
It is. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, if you
I
want to
was
get
thinking
hold,
about I was thinking about the painter.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
the artist.
wow, so you see where mind is right away, right?
Yeah,
I go
no.
back to grade school.
It took
He
me
goes-
like
he
days
goes
to
to art.
realize
I go
that.
to grade school. See, that's why we're a good mix here. You know,
Well, I actually wasn't really ever into the Ninja Turtles. It just didn't hit my.
no, it didn't
Me
hit.
neither.
No, me either. But
No.
that's because I.
But
have
I do
kids.
think they're cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
One time I was
Right.
high on meth, and the Ninja Turtles were
Came out to you.
literally outside my house,
Wow.
climbing in the trees.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, those are good times.
Yeah.
And if anyone wants to get a hold of Chaddock, that's 4T's also on Instagram. I just want to make sure they have the ability to get a hold of the big guy here, right?
Yeah. Chad
You know?
Addict.
Yeah.
4
Oh.
T's. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's creative.
Yeah. That's my name. Chad
Okay.
Addict. I don't go by Chad anymore. I just so whenever you guys are around, unless I'm at work, like this
Okay.
isn't work. This
No.
isn't my job. This is what I do for fun.
Right.
But if you see me in a tie, then I'm Chad.
Okay.
If I'm in a hoodie and I'm podcasting,
You're Chaddock.
Chad Addict.
Yeah.
I'm addicted to becoming the best version of myself.
That's right.
Yeah.
I like that.
So you're sober, huh?
I am.
Lucky's
Awesome.
number 7.
Lucky number 7. I know.
Wow.
7 on January 9th.
Oh wow. My
I
birthday
know.
is January 8th.
My
Is
dad's
it?
birthday
Yeah.
is January 9th.
What?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Your real
I'm the
dad?
30th.
No.
Yeah.
Your dad that I know?
Yeah.
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 He's a cool dude.
Yeah. He's a cool dude.
Yeah.
Very loving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So January 9th. huh?
January 9th. Yes, absolutely. I struggled for a long time. And now I've gotten to the point where I don't even remember my sobriety birthday half the time. I'm like, how many years is it? It's just become a part of my life now, just an everyday,
Yeah.
and I do this too because I absolutely love it. And it reminds me where I came from,
Yeah.
and
Where was that?
when was what?
Where did you come from?
So I was in and out of treatment several times all throughout California. I was either forced in by the judge or just because I would go there because I just needed somewhere to go. I was never taking it seriously. And then finally it got so bad. My family completely cut me off. They set those boundaries in, and I was like, I don't know if I want to be sober, but I don't want to be doing this anymore. And so I went to a state-funded facility that was nothing like this. No cigarettes, no anything. I was in a room with no windows with 4 other girls, detoxing, no meds. And I remembered that, and I remember that pain, and I just started, even my first year of sobriety, I wasn't even really working a program. And then finally I got to a point where I was like, what am I going to do with my life? Like, am I going to keep doing this vicious circle and remain stagnant and run in place, or am I going to start taking this seriously? And so then I got a sponsor. I started going to meetings. I started working in treatment. I was blessed with a house manager job, like a live-in position. And then I just started, building a community of people and like starting helping other people, and it just kind of all snowballed from there. And now I have stuff in my life I never thought I would ever dreamed I would have. I have a beautiful little girl. I have a house. Everything's in my name, and I get to help people every single day. And
How old's your daughter?
she's 3.
3. You married?
I am not married. No. Her dad's not in our life. He's still out there struggling with addiction. So hopefully one day, it's always, I feel like it's always the ones that are closest to us that are the hardest to help,
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of how I got here.
We do all the wrong things with them.
I know.
We do all the things that we tell people not to do.
Right.
I know. It's like I talk to people on the phone every day, and I'm like, take my advice because I'm not using it. It's so hard. It is. It's so hard to put those boundaries with people that you care about. But My mom did it for me. She absolutely cut me completely off. She wouldn't even answer my calls, even when I was in the hospital, in jail, you know, because I did the whole thing. And she got to a point where she was like, I am not, call me when you get to a program. When you call me from the program, then I will start rebuilding my relationship with you, because that's how far I pushed her. And she needed to take a step back for her own mental state, I'm sure, you know. But her doing that is probably what saved my life,
right.
you know. So
Yeah.
So I'm assuming your relationship now with the mother's nice.
oh my God, yeah, it's amazing.
good for
And
you.
she gets to be a grandma.
Wow.
And I get to be there for her now, instead of me always calling her for money or a ride or, you know, what crazy things in the middle of the night. We get to have a relationship today, which we haven't had. We didn't have for years, you know, so it's really cool. And then I have, you know, 5 sisters as well that I have back in my life. So
Nice.
yeah.
I didn't know that.
5 of them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Where are you in the 5?
Well, technically, from my mom, it's a blended family. My mom got remarried, but technically, I am the oldest. But with my 2 older stepsisters, I'm in the middle.
Nice.
Yeah, I know. So
I'm the youngest.
you are? You're
Yeah.
the baby?
I have 3 sisters and a brother. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm the baby. You know Candy.
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's 18 months older than me.
Oh,
So
so not that far apart.
No. We're kind of like Irish twins
I was
almost.
thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was going Scottish for some reason.
It's Irish.
Irish. All right.
We're Italian though.
Yeah.
And Danish.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fire in the blood.
Me and my younger sister, we're 16 years apart. So there's
Wow.
a big
Oh,
gap
I have
between
a-
me and my youngest.
Yeah.
Sister.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, 16 years.
Yeah.
People used to think she was my kid.
I have that the opposite. I have a sister that's 17 years older than me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. She's a half sister. So I have I have 2 half sisters, a half brother, and then my full sister who's 18 months older than me. It's kind of funny. My dad, it's weird because my dad's Canadian. He's a Canadian immigrant. And
Really?
yeah, he met his first wife before they even came to America. And he had my sister, and then about 2 years later, he had a boy, my oldest brother. He passed away though at 18 months old, and then 7 years went by, or six years went by. My dad had another daughter, and 2 years later, a son. Then the same thing happened again. 6 years later, he had my sister and me. He didn't actually have us, but the wives.
He was pacing himself.
The wives did. Yeah.
He was pacing himself.
Yeah.
Oh.
What happened to the old wife? Left in the snowbank or?
No, she was around a long time. She passed away a few years ago though.
Oh, she did.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. She was nice. I always wanted to know why my brother got to go to a different house.
Right.
Yeah, I was like, can I go? Can I go with him?
What
he
is
goes?
it called now? FOMO.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the funniest thing ever. I had never heard that word before, and I was going to Mexico for a wedding, and my wife was sick, and she was going with me, and we were on the way to LAX, and I'm like, you don't have to go. You're sick. She's like, I'm gonna have FOMO, and I was like, I don't know what that is.
That's why I did the podcast. I had
Yeah.
some FOMO. I was like, I want to see what's going on with this.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you know what? People will probably listen to it though because you're on it. You know, they're like, oh, you know, she's not just a client, or they're not just talking about VA crap.
Yeah.
It's like it's boring. You know,
It's not boring.
some people don't even know what goes on with the VA, but you know, it's like on that topic, I think that veterans should get better health care benefits than what you and I have.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do agree with that.
I don't really know many people that don't agree with that. But
That'd be weird if you did.
yeah, right.
It really
What, you don't like?
Like,
You don't
absolutely
like veterans?
It's like going against handicapped. You just can't do it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, I don't. You
or
know.
parking in a handicap spot. Like, who does that?
Some people do it.
Yeah, but
You know.
those people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't like. I'll park far.
Yeah,
You know, I like to have two spots. Like, I don't park in two spots, but I like there to be not somebody parked right
yeah,
next
I'm
to
with
me.
you.
I mean, I can walk. I still,
Really?
I'm still young.
Yeah, I like to do
Yeah.
the walk.
I don't look for the
I like
closest.
to know. I'll park in between two cars just because I want to know who's next to me. Like, you don't know who's coming. I don't know.
That's not a bad idea.
You don't know who's
either.
hiding in the car next to you. There's a lot of weirdos out there. A lot of weirdos.
Taryn, I'm wondering. I just
Yes.
quickly, when you talk about this, I mean, my wife was out there, and I know it's different out there for girls than it is for guys. Like
You cut out a little bit.
pre-treatment. Pre-treatment.
What was I doing pre-treatment?
Pre-treatment. I know it's different for girls and guys out there. Like, what was it like? Like, you know what I'm trying to say?
What was it like using?
Yeah.
So I started using, you want to know my story?
A little bit, yeah.
Little bit?
Little
Bits
bit,
and
yeah.
pieces?
Yeah.
Okay. So I started using pretty young, kind of interesting. My intro was not alcohol. I went straight to opiates. My dad was a heroin addict. He was very sick. And that's kind of how I got into it. I was so young, I didn't even know when I was withdrawing. So I would go from my dad's to my mom's house, and I thought I had allergies at first, and I didn't realize that I was starting to withdraw. And then in high school, I got my wisdom teeth out, which that kind of snowballed as well. And then my dad passed away when I was 17, and that's when I got really bad. And I started, before that, I didn't really have any friends because I was so young. I didn't have a lot of using friends. So that's when I went looking for, the wrong crowd, the wrong people. I was living in Santa Ana, back and forth from LA. But yes, it is different for girls. I will say a majority of the time drugs were given to me because I was not a bad looking girl.
No.
Not that I did anything for it, but, basically, I was well taken care of, and in terms of my habit, pretty much. So I was back and forth. I did get in legal trouble. I was on probation for a while, so that's when I started getting, ordered to do drug court, different types of programs. My mom made friends with a lot of people in the sober community, so I would get scholarships a lot of the time. I was one of those. And eventually, years went on where I had burned so many bridges, there wasn't anybody willing to help me anymore. And so that's why I ended up going to a state facility. But it was the kind of structure that I needed that, because I'd been in and out of treatment so many times, and I just did not take it seriously. I saw it as a punishment more than an opportunity. And once I got so desperate for things to change, that's when
Right.
kind of my eyes opened a little bit.
Good for you. Good for you. I
So,
do know.
Yeah,
I do. God
Yeah.
gave you that care you needed.
I needed it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's
Wow.
kind of a little nutshell
Yeah.
of my story there. Yeah.
It's amazing what people go through. So your dad died when you were 17, overdosed, or
So it wasn't an overdose. He wasn't taking care of himself because of obviously the drugs and the alcohol. So he had liver and kidney issues. He was supposed to go to the doctor, didn't follow up, that kind of thing. So ultimately, yes, it was from drugs, but it was not an overdose. Yeah.
sorry about that.
Yeah.
Not easy.
Thanks.
You know?
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
It's not, but I've done a lot of work to kind of work through that because, you know, before I was just using to kind of build that relationship with my dad because I didn't have one. And then it turned into, you know, when things like that would happen, when I would lose a person or suffer a big loss like that, because I've lost my dad and my stepdad and I've lost a boyfriend as well. You know, I just would use to numb myself after, you know, we use or happy, sad, depressed, grieving, you name it. And so once I started taking it seriously, I did a lot of therapy and a lot of work to process all of that trauma and that grief and everything. And now today I can use that to help people that are going through the same thing, or I can relate, I should say, you know, so.
Yeah.
So what do you do for a living now?
I am an admissions coordinator for Infinity Group.
Oh, nice.
I know. Interesting.
Yeah. It's very cool. They
Fancy
sponsor us.
meeting you here.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Infinity Group
Infinity Group.
sponsors
Yeah.
the Hopeaholics.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I
So you
know.
work for them?
I do, and I love it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good for you. It's nice to give back.
Yeah, no, I do. I absolutely love it. Even when I have a day off, it's just like I almost get addicted to
It's
it.
true.
You know what?
No, I
can't
do. I go
not
7
answer
days
the
a week.
phone.
I know.
I know.
I'm the same.
I know, and I get so invested. I mean, everybody has a different background, a different story, and you want to help them so bad. You know, they're always good. Everybody has a different situation.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm willing to go above and beyond to do whatever I need to do as long as you want the help.
You know what? It's funny you said above and beyond because I mean, some people are going to say codependency, but I call it love.
Yeah.
You know, like a healthy love
I just know
for the client.
I had so many different people that went out of their way for me. And I would always hear like, when I would try to thank them or whatever, be like, well, one day you have to pay it forward. You have to pay it
That's
back.
so
You'll
funny.
do that. And
We just told a guy that at the last on our last podcast, says he was so grateful.
Yeah.
So grateful.
really,
And he was like, I don't know how I'll ever repay you. And I said, you don't have to repay me. You just pay it forward.
yeah.
I think that this, I know for myself, I literally, this is what was supposed to happen in my life. Because I should have died on December 9th of 2000. I rolled my car like down an embankment, like end over end 7 times, probably without a seatbelt on. And 5 days later, my daughter was born. And that was,
Oh, wow. Sorry.
I knew that like God had left me here to help people that suffer from the same thing that I suffer from,
Yeah.
which is, this thing between my ears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I
And-
didn't know that.
Yeah. 22 years later.
So how long were you in the hospital?
I was
what
in the
happened?
hospital for like 3 days, and then I got out.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and as soon as I got out, I headed straight back to where I was going when I crashed the car. And I was sitting around this bar with these Chicano gang members in LA, and I don't smoke pot, not my drug of choice. And I
Yeah.
decided to smoke some with these guys that night, and I started getting real paranoid, and I started looking around, and I was like, "What are you doing with your life? Like, you're sitting here with stone cold killers." And
Yeah.
I called my mom, and she answered the phone, and she was crying. And I was like, "Why are you crying?" And she's like, "You just had a little baby girl." And I was sitting there, and I looked around, and I was like, "Man, I can't do this anymore.
Right.
If I keep doing this, I'm going to be dead,
Right.
and I won't be able to be a dad." So I packed it up and went home and went down and held my daughter for the very first time. And
Oh, wow.
that was kind of like, that's where my life changed. It hasn't been perfect. I've had relapses along the way, but because of that, all of that right there, all of this has spawned. Like I've really like trusted God in what direction He wanted me to go with my life, And sometimes I've taken the wheel back and man, I smashed it into the wall a couple times.
Mm-hmm.
But I keep listening, it started with a little 6-bed treatment center that has, grown into the Infinity Group that, and then since then it's, just looking for another way, another platform to reach out to people that are hurting so that you can answer the phone and be like, hi, this is Taryn. How can I help you? Or Shane.
What do we got going on today?
Yeah. Yeah. What's going on? Like, and that's really like this is the same kind of thing as like when you're answering the phone, right? You just having a conversation with the people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what's going on with you? Why are you calling us today? Because people don't call us because they're, having a great day.
Yeah.
They're not like, hey.
That's why I always feel bad because I'm all, how are you?
How's
and they're
your day
like,
going?
Obviously not great.
Like,
I'm
obviously
so sorry.
They're struggling.
Obviously,
Yeah,
I'm
it's all
having a
right.
bad day.
Yeah. I mean, I've picked up the phone and had to, call a Taryn or a Shane.
Yeah.
And, I've had Uber sent to me and I couldn't get out of the house to get in the Uber, stuff like that. That's why we'll continue to go above and beyond and to get somebody the help they need. The more people we can help, the better off this world is. It brings me back to the guy that was on the podcast earlier. He was like, he read us this letter from his daughter. And
oh, no, I can't. I'll cry.
I cried.
I would cry.
I like teared up. I was
my
like,
God.
and then his ex-wife, even, it was a Facebook post. And she, for lack of better words, piped in.
Yeah.
Commented on the
Posted
Facebook.
how incredible he was doing, how proud she was of him.
Yeah.
Oh.
And that's what got me because it
Me
was
too.
like they were talking about that. She was proud that her daughter was proud of him for doing so well.
Yeah.
And he has 96 days sober today.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. You probably know him. You probably did his intake, but I'm not going to say.
Oh,
You
okay.
could watch the podcast.
Yeah, watch the podcast. The one before yours.
I think I know who it is.
But yeah, I mean,
Miracles.
I love it when they come back in, because we see them, we talk to them on the phone and then we see them when they get here. But when you see them come full circle, that's my favorite part. I had a girl, when I was doing her intake, there was a guy outside waiting to do his intake next. And he was on another planet, like digging through his bags, coming in and out of the office, like, hey, Taryn, like just, he was noodle grooving all over the place. And she was just, had a little bit of that alcoholic superiority kind of thing. She was like, I can't be housed with anybody who's doing meth or heroin. This isn't the place for me, that kind of thing. And I had to talk to her. I'm like, look, we're all here for the same reason. Yeah. We're all here because we want to get better, right? She was like, well, what if he does something? And so anyways, they ended up, I had a whole talk with her, and around her 30-day mark, she came back and she was like, I just want to apologize. That guy actually ended up turning out to be one of the most amazing people I've ever met in my life. And I want to thank you for convincing me to stay. And it was just so cool to see things like that when you see the change. And I'm like, that's so cool, because she was not going to stay.
Right.
She had a meeting with her case manager. Then she was back to me. Then she was calling her mom. It was a whole thing. And then she was like, I'm really sorry. I should have never judged anybody by the substance that they used. We are all here because we want to get better and we want to do better, so it's cool. Little things like that.
Yeah. Those are miracles.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Like life-changing stuff.
Life-changing stuff.
It's like we help one person because like it's a whole ripple effect. You help this guy get his life back together. Mm-hmm. Then his family's life gets back together. And
I know.
all these things
It's
change.
that mustard seed. What's that?
It's
Is that in the big book? Is
It
that
becomes generational.
Yeah, generational. Yes.
Yeah. That's why I just like it when like God gave me this idea for the podcast. Like literally. It was
God
just
or
like
Jesus?
Jesus. I mean
I don't know who I was talking to.
That's just sorry.
the way I said it, I could have been like
That's funny. Good stuff.
Shane's Jewish, so yeah, you know. Did you know that?
I did not know.
Yeah,
Oh.
I pray to God. He prays to Jesus. That's
Yeah.
why I asked when he said God. I just want to make sure he knows what he's
He
talking
goes
about.
to the Father, I go to the Son. It's not a big deal.
Okay.
Around here, too, if spiritual is great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, whatever works for somebody, man. But one thing I do know is that, you know, to get into recovery and to lose that obsession to, you know, ruin our lives.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You have to have some type of God in your life.
You have to.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And people.
Well,
And service.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, this is service. Even
Yeah.
your job is service. I mean, you get a paycheck, but you're up here doing a podcast. I heard through the grapevine that you wanted to do the podcast, so I was like, well, go.
you heard? Wow.
Yeah.
I just said one thing. That's
Travels fast.
That grapevine.
The grapevine's not very long.
It's not very long, is it?
2-3 people.
I said, I have FOMO. I was like, I just want to go pop in. Me and
Yeah.
Andrew were talking about it. Yeah.
Well, Andrew's probably going to be pissed because
I told him, he was like, what? No.
well,
Yeah.
he's supposed to be here at 10 o'clock.
He was?
Yeah, I mean, I thought he was coming by today. I would have put him on. Yeah, we're just trying to wrap up a few for next week. So.
Yeah.
You should put the whole admissions team on
Oh
here, I
yeah,
think.
at one time.
Oh, yeah.
On one microphone or
Well,
past
we
the
got to
mic?
get
We-
some more mics.
Yeah, we only have 3 right
Yeah,
now.
we could have 3 or 4 people sitting right here and just
These mics are expensive.
they are.
Yeah. Did you know
We
that
could share.
Michael Jackson recorded Thriller on these mics?
What? On these
Not this
specific
specific
ones?
one.
was
No,
like,
I didn't
wow.
like. I didn't,
Oh, my goodness.
Wow,
This is
right?
Thriller. No, is that good?
Yeah,
No.
No.
Okay. I wonder if anybody. Do you know anybody around here that sings?
Your daughter.
She raps.
Raps.
My daughter does sing. I don't know if you could understand what she's saying, but she does definitely make a lot of noises.
So, yeah, the admissions team. I'll have everybody on one at a time, probably.
Yeah, okay.
At least then we'll know people are listening to it, because like if like you're on it, so the whole admissions team they're not gonna not listen to this podcast.
Right?
They
Yeah.
better. Oh my gosh.
What if they don't?
I'll be so sad.
So you have to like think about those
Guys,
things.
no, they will.
2 views.
You have to think about those things. I'm like, okay, yeah, let's put this podcast together. I was like, I know this is insane. I'm not Noah, but like God told Noah to go build an ark, right?
Right?
Well, like I felt like God told me to build a podcast, and
No,
so
I think this is great.
and so I did, right? I did what he said. I built the podcast, built the studio. I didn't build it. I just like
My bare hands.
yeah. You saw
Right? He did.
Michael
He went
Angelo
Noah on the
helped,
studio.
but Chuck put it all together.
Yeah.
A shout out to Chuck,
Yeah.
Charles.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he.
I was surprised by this, but this is a great idea.
Yeah, we still have a
It's
few
really
things
cool.
coming. The windows behind you are gonna get black vinyl on them, so people can't see in. We're gonna put a little peek hole though, so people can walk by and peek in while we're doing it. And then it'll be white on the inside, and we'll let everybody sign the
Oh,
Yeah.
very cool.
like
Yeah.
graffiti
be
tag
nice.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
and then we're
so
gonna
you're
black
full
out
of ideas.
black. I only got the podcast idea. Some of these other ones have come from other people.
Oh,
Yeah.
The grapevine again? Okay.
Yeah, the grapevine. And the back window's going to get blacked out as well, because I see a light on the back of my head.
Okay.
Makes my head look like a weird shape.
That's cool though. That's awesome. That's amazing. Great ideas.
So, yeah. So, back to the Noah, right? And
Yeah.
God told me to, build this podcast. And all of a sudden it was built. And I got out of my car on Wednesday and I was like, oh, shit, I have to do a podcast. I don't know how to do that. I've never done this before. I don't even like to talk to people. Like I'm shy. I'm an introvert. And then I had a panic attack like an hour before.
But you did it.
Yeah, like an hour before so they had mic problems and all these problems, like, so we had like all this extra time on Wednesday before we started the podcast, and at 1:00, I literally had a panic attack. I started sweating. I was hyperventilating. I had to run out of here because I didn't want anybody to see me sweating and having a panic attack. So I got in my car. It was raining outside, cold. I cranked the AC. I drove to Flame Broiler in San Juan, Capistrano. Shout out to Flame Broiler. Yeah. I'm there every day. Every day. Yeah. As soon as we're done here, I'm gonna head over to Flame Broiler.
Okay.
Yeah.
I do see you with Flame Broiler a lot.
I get two bowls a day. They need Taryn.
All right.
I think it's a.
Let's see. Is it a missions call?
I think so.
Oh wait,
Okay.
Catherine, you were on camera right there. No, I mean
that's fine.
That's good. We finally got you on camera.
Yeah.
I told her there was only one person that if I handed her my phone, I was like, "There's one person I really need to answer their call. They need some help." We're on a timeline with this one person coming in. Yeah.
Did they call?
I don't know. She just took my thumbprint to unlock it, I think.
Oh, she's probably gonna go through your photos and stuff.
That's okay.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I went to Flame Broiler, and then my daughter showed up. Then I got back and I was calm. My daughter was the first podcast. She showed up, and all of a sudden I sat down and I felt comfortable, and I just started having a conversation.
Yeah.
And then we went live. Not live, recorded live.
Recorded live.
Yeah. So when that sign's on, no, we actually never turn it off.
We don't turn it off.
We're always on air.
The whole sign, the sign is supposed to be like,
We're
when it's
always on.
on, we're on, and when
Yeah.
it's off, we're off.
Yeah.
You're never off. Got it.
So anyways, yeah, that happened. And then, and I was like, now I'm comfortable.
I'm getting more comfortable. I just wanted to come. I'll always say yes to anything,
Yeah.
but then I get anxiety
Oh, yeah.
when I'm on the spot.
I can
But
relate.
I'll always say, I'm like, yes, let's do it. Wait, I'm anxious.
The only thing I'm not good at is doing your job. Like, I am the worst admissions coordinator.
What?
I panic. The
the
phone's ringing.
phone?
Yeah, I see the phone ringing. I know it's somebody that's in crisis, and then I start panicking. How?
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Mhm.
That's interesting.
I've
I
never-
would have never thought that.
Yeah. I'm not. I don't
Not
know.
a phone guy.
Maybe I'm good at it. Maybe I'm not. I've never given it a try. But at some point, someday, I would love to for us to do like a live call.
Oh yeah, that's
Somebody
for sure.
call in who wants to,
Yeah.
wants help.
Sooner than later.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah. And then we just, get them into treatment.
Yeah.
There's been some interesting ones lately.
Yeah.
Let me tell you.
It goes in waves, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Of,
Lately, I've been getting a lot of really complicated ones. They need all these extra steps, like they're on a 5150 hold, or they have to get it approved by their case manager because they're in mental health court. There's this. Have you heard of the mental health court on the East Coast?
no.
It's so my idea of it, or what I'm getting from it, is it's kind of like drug court, but it's only for mental health. But what they're doing is they're putting these people in these psychiatric facilities, and they have to work their way instead of being in jail. So they get their therapy, they have a case manager, a social worker, and then to go on to the next step, to go on into like a private facility, they have to get it approved. So I've had 3 people already who have had to do these steps to get out of these.
Wow.
But it's pretty gnarly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a lockdown drug court in a sense,
Wow.
to explain it easily. Isn't that? So I'm working on a couple of those right now.
Nice.
I know. It's really weird.
It's interesting.
Yeah, it
Isn't
is
it?
interesting.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh gosh, a mental health court. I know that word now. Yeah.
We have something like that out here in Orange County. I don't know what it's called though.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I think so too, but it's not called mental health court.
No.
It's like
It's a step below
don't
there
know.
because it's a step to the side of drug court, because you could actually be in
Right.
drug court and failing it and get moved over to this other court that's a little bit more lenient.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because
are you talking about you're not talking about Prop 36.
No. This was it's actually like a drug, just like drug court, but it's if you're having a hard time because maybe you're actually having mental health issues.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's like a branch off of drug court.
Yeah.
But they call it mental health court, but they're basically locked down and they have to work to get their freedom. It's like I think the couple people have been in there for years.
Oh man.
Yeah. So it's not an easy process. It's kind of gnarly. But I don't know.
Nice.
It's the first time this year hearing about it, and now I'm getting a bunch of people calling that are in it. It's crazy.
Very cool.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
Yeah. Intense.
So what's a typical day like in your life?
In my life?
Yeah.
Well, I wake up pretty early in the morning.
Yeah. I see text messages going out.
Yeah, pretty early.
5 a.m.
I got to get up early.
4:45 sometimes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I have a toddler, so I like to get up and get going before the chaos.
Yeah.
And I like to also, because we're getting calls from the reps over on the East Coast who are 3 hours ahead of us, so they're already sending messages in, so I like to start working a little bit early, and get ready, come into the office, and then that's pretty much it. My typical day. Answering the phone all day, whatever comes at me.
And you do that until like 5 o'clock? I see you still doing stuff at like 8 o'clock.
Oh, hello.
Oh, what was that?
Battery died? What was that?
Give us a laugh. Push a button there. Give us a laugh.
Yeah, make it laugh.
What other buttons do you have? I like that. Oh.
No one tells jokes, though.
Oh, that one's no good at all.
Well, that's like
Is
the
that
nighttime
supposed to be
sleeping.
crickets?
That's supposed to be crickets. Yeah.
Oh, it's not funny.
Yeah.
Like most of my jokes aren't funny.
I would cry if you did the crickets.
Yeah, that one's good right there.
Yeah, that's old school.
I only know like dad jokes because I'm like old guy. So how do you make a Kleenex dance?
Put a little boogie in it.
Yes.
I know.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
That's about it.
Yeah.
It's like I think the only joke
I don't know jokes.
Oh. I don't got one. Oh, what's the pirate's favorite letter?
R.
No, you would think it's the R, but it's really the C.
Made me look stupid. Hey, where's the dun dun dun? Come on, bro. Twilight Zone. Yeah, good times.
So that's how we roll. That's how this podcast rolls.
Yeah.
I like
Peaceful.
it. I think that would be really cool to do a live call on here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should do it.
Yeah, that's one of the things that we'll have to do when we get rolling. And
Next 14 days, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make sure
Shane's really good on the phone.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I listen to all your calls.
Do you?
I do.
So, I do that sometimes too. I'll just put Shane on.
Go to bed to it?
No. That I don't do.
Well, just ask it.
I watch Game of Thrones every night before I go to bed.
Okay.
I do.
Watch Forensic Files.
Should I do the nighttime calm? Hi, this is Shane.
No. Never.
Go to sleep right
Shane doing
But
ASMR.
Shane was on the phone earlier with a guy, and I mean, this guy's scared.
Yeah.
Scared, and he's stuck somewhere, and he's trying to get back into the country.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think I talked to that guy. Yeah.
So
A lot of pain out there.
Yeah, but I do. I listen to a lot of your calls on the app all the time. I do. Yeah. It's good.
You think he's good?
Oh yeah, definitely. I listen to everybody's calls.
There's no one
but
better.
Shane's really good.
There is no one better
Than you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not out there. Not happening.
I'm the best.
No, well,
Yeah,
shit.
you're pretty good.
Yeah,
You like it.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Yeah, nothing more. It's like my life is like a movie.
But you're so good, because I've heard a couple different calls when people are just absolutely terrible to you, and you just keep rolling with it. That's my favorite part.
Yeah, I like those guys.
You're like, okay.
Oh, and when they hang up, I text them back. I call them. I just don't let go there. That's not the end of it, Taryn. I have their private numbers. So we go private for the next week until they finally come in.
That's so great.
Oh yeah,
That's great.
that's awesome.
Well, that's about it, man. Thanks for
Oh, are we
coming.
done?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we
Okay.
could keep going if you want. If you got other stuff you want.
Anything you want to say? Anything you want to get off your
Yeah,
chest?
yeah.
So I want to ask you
whoa.
something. In your 7 years of sobriety, what is the most horrific thing that's happened to you? Has there been something that's really tried you?
Oh yeah, definitely. So I've had a couple of deaths of people close to me. I did lose my boyfriend, the love of my life, last year in March. And before that,
Overdose?
no, he was actually killed.
How was he killed?
He was stabbed. He was, of all things. So he finally gets sober, starts doing the right thing, because he lived a crazy life as well, and went through so many different things. And of course, when he gets sober, that's when he gets robbed in the wrong side of town in Long Beach and got jumped by two guys. So the trial is actually still going on, but they think they found one of the guys. So that happened last March, and the month before that, my stepdad died from COVID.
Damn, sorry.
So thank you. So I had two deaths kind of close together, but I stayed sober through it.
Yeah, of course.
And I was able to be, like, for my stepdad anyways, I was able to be there for my family instead of having them to have another thing to worry about. Like, oh, Taryn's going to go off the deep end. Taryn's going to go take off. They didn't have that concern, when that usually in the past would be the case. Yeah. When something terrible would happen, nobody wanted to tell me because they didn't know how I would react. And so those were the two big things that happened, and it did just happen in this last year, 2022. Yeah. So that was hard, but you got to think. I had a therapist tell me one time, like, how would they, if you want to really do something for them, how would they want you to grieve? How would they want you to act? They would want me to be sober.
Nice.
They would want me to help the next person. They would want me to continue to be present, that kind of thing.
Yeah, good for you.
Thank you.
Good for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, not easy. And it's still fresh.
It is, yes. Yeah.
Yeah, 2022 is rough.
Just
rough
last year. Yeah, it was rough for a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
There was a lot of different things that happened to everybody. I feel like it was a hard year.
Right.
That
All of
whole
these
2020 to 2022 was pretty rough for a lot of things happened with COVID and all that. So
Yeah. My old sponsor died from COVID. Complications of COVID, I should say.
Yeah.
really,
Because when he died, I don't believe he had COVID, but complications from COVID.
yeah. My stepdad was. I mean, he was older, but he was healthy.
Yeah.
He worked out every day. He was still coaching. He would coach over at Saddleback and San Clemente. He was the football coach over there. But he was going like 14 days and he wasn't getting any better. And so by the time he got into the hospital, he was just not okay.
Wow.
But
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. Thank
That's
you.
sad.
Yeah, it's sad.
See, I love this because we're going to get to know everyone.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's great. No,
Yeah.
I like it too because like when I have the headphones on,
You love the headphones.
I can't focus on anything but your guys' voice though.
Yeah.
It's not, I don't even have to look. Sometimes I could be looking over here and I still hear everything. So
Complete
Yeah.
attention. Yeah.
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 Yeah, it's nice.
Like I go back and re-listen to, because I don't remember, like when you walk out,
Yeah.
you're gonna be like, what
There's
did
a
we even
blackout phase.
talk about? I don't really remember.
That's kind of how I was when we filmed the.
Oh yeah, I
Intervention.
wanted to the intervention show or the sizzle reel that we did.
Oh, the sizzle one.
The sizzle.
Yeah, that
for the TV show.
That's how I was like after we stopped. I was like, what did I say? What just happened? Did I black out for a second? I had no idea. I was like, what did I say the whole time?
Yeah, I was gonna ask you about that.
Really? About
Yeah.
which one?
Just about the whole experience.
It was fun.
Yeah.
You know what I wish though? I wish I would have known ahead of time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
You know?
wish you guys would have never found out.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that too.
It was my
I kind of had an
bad.
idea though.
My bad.
I kind of knew. I was like,
It's a little suspicious, isn't it? Have you ever seen it? The final version?
I did. You know what? They did a really good job.
Yeah.
It turned out really good.
Yeah.
I teared up a little bit, and
Yeah.
I knew it was.
Yeah. We're just waiting on it's at a network right now.
Really?
We're just waiting for him to make a decision. I think we're gonna have Ken Seeley on next Friday.
What's crazy is
Yeah.
I didn't even see half of that stuff that got filmed.
Oh, did you see the part where that guy was running down from La Mirada and he fell?
Yeah.
That was, oh my God, he got so hurt.
He didn't mean to fall.
No.
No,
Yeah.
no, he did not mean to fall.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh.
If
I want to see the whole thing.
If I could, I would play it right now, but I'm not allowed to play it. They told me not to play it until
until it gets approved
or denied, or if they keep this up for like another week or so. It's been there for like a couple weeks. I'm just gonna start promoting it myself, and get feedback.
I thought it turned out really good.
Oh, it's good. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brooke made me cry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The final version. I had it up on my Instagram, and then they told me to take it down.
Yeah. So what's the end goal of that? Are you allowed to talk about that?
The end goal is to have a TV show that shows the inside of treatment. What happens? Obviously, the people will all know that are on the show. It will show the ins and outs of treatment, the stuff that we get to see and deal with on a daily basis.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, how many lives do we get to change? Like, so many people are scared to come to treatment because they're scared of what's on the other side. How many people get here and they're like, oh my God, this isn't what you said it was. And it's like, we don't, like, our salespeople, our admissions coordinator don't really like sell like that. It's like, we're not like saying, hey, you're coming to a luxury spa, but like that's not the case. It's about the treatment that you get inside of here.
Right. Right. And that's what I tell people on the phone too. They're like, well, I'm going to go to yada, yada, yada because they're on the beach and they're done. I'm like, are you looking for good therapy or are you looking for the amenities?
Yeah.
Like, what is more important? Why did you pick up the phone in the first place?
Yeah.
So,
I mean, we have a top-notch clinical team. I truly believe that. Best in the business.
Oh yeah. They're
so
amazing.
Loving, so caring.
I know.
Like we scored when we hired Bailey out of school.
Bailey's great. Yeah.
She's like just graduated. Now she's like the clinical director.
Yeah.
Like, how does that happen? It's awesome. It's because
there's a lot of really good staff here.
Yeah. I love this. I love the staff, the clinical staff. Amazing.
Oh yeah.
Pete.
Everybody is.
Yeah.
Pete's amazing.
Right?
He's one of my favorites. Yes. Don't tell anybody.
Don't tell Pete.
Don't tell Pete.
Yeah. It cracks me up because like sometimes you walk through the front and you just hear him in the
I know.
in the chapel. Because Pete does all the Christian groups.
Yeah.
So we have a Christian track here.
Yeah.
And Pete will be just in there just going at it.
Going at it with God.
Yeah.
That's great though.
Preaching.
Yeah, preaching.
I love it.
Preaching.
Yeah, he's so loud, and I share a wall with him, and he came in one day and he was like, "You hear me?" I'm like, "All I hear is you all day."
That's so funny.
Everybody hears you.
Yeah, that's so funny.
I know.
Well, yeah, thanks for coming.
All right. Well, thanks for having me.
How long were we on?
56 minutes.
56. That's perfect.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
Look at that. Right in time.
Yeah. We're trying to keep them under an hour.
Okay.
Because we were doing like, the first two were like, the first one was like an hour and 45 minutes. It was my daughter though, so I have a lot to say to her, and she has a lot to say to me.
Right.
We know each other's life
They're
story.
a little bit more comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, she was pretty nervous.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was nervous.
Yeah, right off the bat, she was nervous. But then I said, "Oh, we're just having a conversation. You can say whatever you want." She just settled down and just,
I think it's just being put on the spot.
I agree.
You know, you're like, "Oh, what am I gonna say?" And then,
well, we're not here to like ask a hard question. Like, so what do you? I don't even know a hard question.
No, neither do I.
I don't. Like an interview.
Right away when you said that, I was thinking about something mathematical.
Like,
you said a tough question. I went right to math.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
When we have my son on, we'll talk about math.
Yeah.
I think he's in like pre-calculus.
Right.
Yeah.
ooh,
Yeah, good stuff.
fun. What school is he going to?
He wants to go to Baylor.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
My sister's at University of Oregon right now.
Nice.
I know.
See, that's the kind of stuff that like that's my only little regrets. Like,
Right.
I'm happy with my life and everything, but it would have been so cool to go to a 4-year university, like a D1 school where, you go to the football games, you go to the basketball games, and the kids are just like, ah!
Yeah.
Not me though. I was already. I already had a needle in my arm at
Right.
18 years old.
Yep.
I didn't know what to do. I couldn't function in society right off the bat, right out of high school.
Yeah.
That just went quick.
I was functioning for a little bit. I did well in school, and I did do community college, so I did a couple years there. But after I just kind of was like, why am I doing this? I'm using heroin, blah blah blah. All downhill from there,
Yep.
After I got my AA, and then then it really spiraled, and that's when I started getting legal trouble. And once I started failing, I stopped caring that I was failing. If that makes sense.
Yeah, it got worse and worse.
Like,
you can do the same thing though with winning. Like I listen to a lot of like these motivational speaker guys, and it's like I start stacking W's early in the morning. Like when my alarm goes off, if I don't hit the snooze button, that's a win.
That's a win.
Good
breakfast, another win.
Yeah, and that's from this one I posted the other day. That's exactly what it said. But like
the gym, third win.
Yeah, like today I went to the gym. That was a win when I got through my weights. But I started doing cardio, and I'm like running.
That's what's huge.
Yeah,
that's nice.
That's a cool way to look at it. I've never heard of it.
Yeah,
like that.
So
that's a win.
I really won today because I did my 40 minutes, and I went the furthest I've ever gone. So I started running uphill. I like running uphill because it doesn't hurt my knees on the treadmill, not like out in society. I don't go out there very often. Okay. Yeah, out in the real world. I go here, flame broiler, home, the gym.
He lied. Golden Spoon.
Oh, Golden Spoon. My car's been veering off to Golden Spoon every night for the last 3 weeks. Like I type in, because I have my car like drives itself. I have a Tesla. I'm just kidding.
No, you don't. He's not a Tesla guy. No.
My car drives itself or something. I don't really realize what happens. Next thing I know, I'm at Golden Spoon. I'm like, how the hell did I
Ordering a
get
double
here?
fudge.
I get if they have peanut butter cup, I get peanut butter cup. But right now they don't. They have peanut butter and they have
chocolate.
They have this chocolate gelato.
You just mix the two.
Mix the two.
Like that commercial.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's really good.
I like Yogurtland. I haven't been to Golden Spoon in a long time.
I like Yogurtland too.
Yogurland is
not even close to Golden Spoon. I have both right by me. Both.
Yeah.
But my car goes to
Spoon.
Yeah,
Golden
the
Spoon.
Golden Spoon. It's the ice cream lovers yogurt.
Yeah, paradise.
Ice cream lovers yogurt.
Wow. Just never know where this is going.
So I know where you're at. Are you in Dana Point?
Yeah. Well, I live in
right across from there too.
I live in San
Golden
Juan, but yeah, like where the CVS is, there's the Yogurtland, and across the street where the Sinopolis is
the Golden Spoon.
Yeah. Board and Brew, Golden Spoon. Sometimes if I'm like really I need to eat, Panda Express is right there.
Yeah.
And I need some orange chicken.
Yeah, that's good. I like the orange chicken.
Yeah.
They go through a lot of food, Panda Express.
A
lot of food.
I only go like maybe once a quarter.
Yeah, it's been months for me. I try to stay from all that stuff. Yeah.
Flame broiler every day.
Yeah, that's clean food. Flame broilers, clean food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brown rice, chicken.
Yeah.
Flame broiler's good.
Yeah, you can add avocado to it. That's bomb. On top.
Never had it with the avocado.
Yeah.
I'll do it next time.
I don't get the vegetables though, because like I don't really like vegetables. I just
don't like their vegetables. Is that?
I'm against veggies.
You're not allowed to say that.
I don't.
I'm sponsored by Flame Broiler.
Sorry, I love their vegetables.
I'm against all vegetables.
They're my favorite.
Oh, really? Wow. Not mine.
I actually am sponsored by Flame Broiler, San Juan Capistrano. Not really, but I think
they're gonna sponsor you now.
I go every day.
Big lineup.
Yeah, the owners are great. I love them, and yeah, I've been going since the day they opened. Because even before that, I used to drive all the way to Aliso.
You don't get sick of it ever?
I don't know. I'm very routine, structured, disciplined.
Wow.
Yeah. Crazy is what.
You know what? I swear to God, I was going to say crazy, but I just thought maybe I just want to draw the line, you know?
It's fine. My wife and daughter call me crazy. They were like, I was like, no, I get up at 3 a.m. And they were like, what is wrong with, they said, that's what they said. What is wrong with you? Both of them.
Yeah.
Because you got up at.
Because I get up at 3 a.m.
You get up at 3?
Yeah.
Why 3?
Because I added that 40 minutes of cardio to my workout.
Oh, okay.
So prior to that, I was getting up at 4.
I knew you got up early.
Yeah.
But I didn't know like 3.
But then it's like, people don't understand. I go to bed at 8. So that's 7 hours. Plenty of sleep.
Plenty.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I go to bed at 9. Sometimes I go to bed at 7:30.
I hit the sheets at 8:38 last night.
8:38.
8:38.
I was like 9:06 last night because I went to this event for one of our Lori Davies assembly, California assembly woman. Yeah, she's great.
Yeah, I've met her before.
I like her.
Yeah, so do I.
She's all about like
recovery.
The fentanyl. Yeah. I think she got the Narcan into schools or something like that.
Oh, did she?
Yeah.
Yeah, we should have her here.
I invited her last night.
Nice.
She'll come. I got one of her people's cards.
Nice.
I just have my sister text her though. My sister seems to like know all these people.
The politicians.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very cool.
Yeah.
So they have Narcan in schools now.
Oh yeah.
It's like that's like worrisome, isn't it?
A little bit. That's kind of sad.
At that age,
it's sad that we have to have
it
there. Like that's the solution to the problem, putting Narcan in the schools.
I mean, well, what was it? A few months ago, they had a bunch of stuff out where kids were handing out. It was the rainbow fentanyl.
Yeah.
It looks like candy.
Yes.
And they were handing it out, and then, I have a niece who's in elementary school, and then a nephew who's in middle school. It's like, what do? Do we put Narcan in their backpacks? Do we tell them not to accept candy from their friends at school? That's just it's
crazy.
It's so sad to have to think about or worry about,
Yeah, that wasn't my upbringing. There was there was drugs.
No.
Like it was called meth. Actually, it was called speed. Speed because I'm like older.
I think
Shane
they
called
still call it speed.
Yeah.
Oh, they do? Oh, I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. I do.
Shane's
everybody does.
Shane's always at speed. Yeah, speed.
Yeah.
I think it's mostly just meth or white, right?
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to use like any of those drugs. So think about it, like cocaine, fentanyl, heroin, fentanyl.
I know.
I don't even know if heroin exists anymore.
I don't think, I don't even.
Do we
I've gotten to the point where when somebody tells me, oh, my drug of choice is heroin, I'm like, I don't believe you. Nobody uses heroin anymore.
Yeah, like when.
I'm like, you mean?
Do we ever have somebody come in who like shoots black tar heroin?
I've had a couple people say that they do. And I'm like, are you sure it's not fentanyl, or did you start with heroin? Are you really finding heroin? You know,
and then when we test them, does it come back with?
Well, I don't know what their tests say. I should look into it, but
yeah,
it's interesting. I don't know if you remember that one guy who came in for Xanax and weed, and it was he ended up
like from Michigan or something like that,
withdrawing off of fentanyl, and he didn't even know it.
Yeah,
because it was all pressed with it.
That's
sad.
What I'm saying. It's like crazy.
I know,
scary.
It's in everything.
Yeah. Next thing you know, it'll be in Coca-Cola.
Let's cut that.
Elon Musk said he was going to put cocaine back in Coca-Cola, I believe. Is that correct? Yep. Michelangelo said yes. Wow. It was
Michelangelo says yes.
I sometimes have my data and my facts wrong, and sometimes I just make shit up.
I don't. How would that even fly? Putting cocaine back? You made that up.
No, Elon Musk just sent out a tweet that said, "I'm going to put cocaine back in Coca-Cola" after he buys Twitter. Well, he bought Twitter, but
yeah,
I think he said it like during that time when he was buying Twitter.
I never heard it.
I'm going to buy Twitter, and then I'm going to put cocaine back in
Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
Wow.
Do you not follow Elon Musk on Twitter?
I don't follow Elon Musk on Twitter, no. I'm
Do you
not
have
really
a
big on.
do you have
I have a
Twitter
small
account?
Twitter account.
Oh, the only person you need to follow is Elon Musk.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's great.
Okay.
Yeah.
First thing tonight, I'll get him.
Yeah.
I'll get him.
I open up my Twitter. It's what Twitter gives you a whole different, like
View, outlook.
yeah.
Yeah.
Stuff.
Yeah.
It's all like journalism type stuff.
Yeah.
I like to read it.
Yeah.
It's a lot of crap too, though, because like
A lot of crap.
all the politicians go through my feed, whether they're the ones that I follow or not, and I just crack up at the ones that I don't follow because I don't really like them, right? So those ones, I crack up at the shit they say because I'm like, this is just like moronic, idiotic.
I don't have a Twitter.
Yeah.
I should get one now.
My Twitter, I'm not going to tell anybody what it is because...
You're very political on there?
No.
No?
I'm not. No. Little bit. But I don't... It's not my Instagram handle.
Yeah.
Plus, like, every time I've tweeted...
Yeah, tweeted.
Nobody... Not one person has liked my tweet.
No, same. It's a tough crowd. It's a tough crowd.
Yeah.
It's a tough crowd. Twitter's a tough.
I mean, I have
crowd.
like
Twitter's a tough crowd. Twitter's
I have
a tough
like
crowd.
199 followers,
and not one person.
Not one person.
Oh,
not
God.
one person likes my tweet.
Yeah, that's humbling, and then you just don't want to come back.
Yeah, on Instagram, I prior to me making it public, I had 97 followers, and I would post a post.
You get 97 views.
I wouldn't get 97, but I would get like 17 likes.
Yeah.
You know, like at least people were looking at my whatever I thought was cool at the time. Like, you know, but that changes from day to day.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the cool thing about the archive, right? You're like, oh, why did I post that?
Right. I
Such
know.
an
What kind of
idiot.
mood was I in there?
It is really funny
why was
to
I-
look at. I'm like, what did I post 6 years ago?
Why was I so that? You know, like I was so upset at like this,
It's
Yeah.
and I
funny.
ranted. Like, it doesn't even matter now. Anyway, we were done a while ago. What do you think about our logo?
I like it.
What do you think? Like, what do you see when you look at the logo?
I see you and Shane.
Yeah, me without my beard.
Right.
what it-
Do you want to add the beard?
And well, no, that's Shane's beard on the other one. But like, if Shane
see
ever like
that.
pisses me off and he's no longer on the podcast, I could just say that that's me with a beard or without a beard. But, right?
Good luck.
But But currently, that's Shane. I should have done it a little longer though, because look at that thing. I think it's got a bird nest in there.
It's so dark too.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. Yeah, I love the logo.
He never had a beard.
It looks really cool. I like it.
Yeah, Chuck did that too. Shout out to Chuck for that.
Yeah.
I would give you guys his Instagram
You should
handle
make
and his
hoodies.
Oh, we are.
Oh,
Yeah,
I want one.
we're gonna do. Yeah, we'll give everybody who ever comes
Comes
on a free hoodie. So once we get them made, we'll get you a hoodie.
Ooh, okay.
It's gonna say like Hopeaholics on the sleeves too.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
And then, were you on him on that? Please tell me you were, because that was the funniest thing I've ever seen him do. That was some funny shit right there.
Was
See,
that the
Cooper
walk?
was.
That's the walk.
It's the face though. Look at the face.
Oh my
What
goodness.
What the hell is going on here?
That's the walk, man.
Gotta get him that hoodie.
Yeah. I want to drape down right to here.
My son's a good having Shane on as your co-host. He goes, he's kind of funny. I think you say you are funny.
You are funny.
Yeah.
Coop's a good kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great
Yeah,
kid.
great kid.
Yeah.
Great kid. Smart, good looking,
Yeah, he gets his looks from his dad.
Yeah. Yeah. And he's quiet too. He's not,
He's very similar to me without he's similar to me without all the damn issues that I have.
right.
Like
It's like
he's what I
it's
should
like
have
the crazy
been.
skipped him.
Yeah, like he's what I should have
Yeah.
been.
He's so stable and confident.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's tall.
Yeah.
Like I was supposed to be tall too.
Yeah.
How old is he?
17. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
He's
good
still a
looking
baby.
kid.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
He has a 4 point I think his cumulative is 4.1, but I think he told me he had a 4.2 right now.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got your dad's brains.
I had like a 2 point. No, I
Skip
had a
the generation,
1.9.
bro. The crazy
Does
skip,
he
and
take
he got the brains.
extra classes?
Yeah, he's
Too?
in like AP classes.
Okay.
Almost all AP and honors classes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, plus he's a varsity basketball player.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be co-captain
Really?
this
That's
year.
cool.
Yeah,
That's cool.
got all these
Nice.
things working. He can go to pretty much any
He could do
university.
anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's nice.
He loved
That's
Baylor
awesome.
though. Yeah, him and
That's really cool.
Kelly and he has a girlfriend, Carly. They went and visited Baylor like a month ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Wow. Where's
Yeah.
Baylor?
Texas.
Wow.
It's nice. So all what do they call it? Not a sober. They call it a sober dry campus.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool.
So I like that. It's Christian
Very
Christian
cool.
college.
I like that too, man.
Yeah,
That's nice. Good
It's
for
not-
Coop.
it's not woke.
Yeah, good
Can
for
I
Coop.
say that on here? Woke. It's
Fuck
not
yeah,
woke.
it's not woke.
I don't think they say woke anymore.
What do they say?
Good.
Sleep.
I think they say awake. I think.
There's
I
this
am
funny.
awake. I think woke is. I
I'm
don't
still
know.
sleeping.
I got schooled by my little sister.
Oh, you did? Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
but
still
I can't
sleeping.
remember
I'm not
all of it.
awake. I'm not anything like that.
I'm old, so like
Yeah.
I'm
I'm not woke. I'm old.
yeah, I'm
Yeah.
like the epitome of what
Yeah.
people don't really like
No,
anymore.
no. If you're a boy, you're a boy. If you're a girl, you're a girl. That's where I'm at. I just stay there. I simplify it down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't. It's too much already. It's too much. That's why I don't go out anymore. I don't offend anybody.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right.
what's that? Oh, it's a.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
We got a comment. All right. That's it. We're done, Taryn.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's how we end it too. Just like bam.
Whoa. Ding.